Illinois is thinking about turning the right to unionize into a fundamental constitutional right, a constitutional legal right, not just some, natural right that you have to pluck out of thin air and say that it's an unenumerated right. And employees shall have the fundamental right to organize and to bargain collectively through representatives of their own choosing for the purpose of negotiating wages, hours, and working conditions, and to protect their economic welfare and safety at work. No law shall be passed that interferes with, negates, or diminishes the right of employees to organize and bargain collectively over their wages, hours, and other terms and conditions of employment and workplace safety, including any law ordinance that prohibits the execution or application of agreements between employers and labor organizations that represent employees requiring membership in an organization as a condition of employment. The provisions of this section are controlling over those of Section 6 of Article 7. Here's Illinois Policy, Episode 49, titled More Union Money Floods Illinois Politics. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the Policy Shop, weekly conversations with public policy experts where we'll dive into the most important issues affecting all of us here in Illinois.
The land of Lincoln.
Let's get started. Welcome back to the Policy Shop. I'm Hillary Gallons. Many government workers, including teachers, are members of a union. Their union dues often end up paying for politics, though, according to new research. Here to explain is Miley Smith, staff attorney and director of labor policy at the Illinois Policy Institute. Miley, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Well, it's always very interesting to see these deep dives you do in terms of where the money's going. You're the follow the money gal when it comes to government unions. And I think just to tee us up and get started, you and I were just talking about how people view their union, because as we know, the majority of government workers here in our state do belong to a public sector union. And the attitude towards those unions varies, but a lot of people think that their union dues are actually going to things that protect them and promote their interests. So what has your recent research found to that effect?
Yeah, we talk to hundreds of teachers every year, and an overwhelming question that we get is, can I leave the other unions, the state and the national union, but stay with my local because I like my local? And I get that, but the problem is they're all tied together. And
the problem is your local union is really tied in with the damn national and the state unions.
state affiliate and the national affiliate have worked it out so that they really are the ones that get all the money. So when a teacher pays dues, which can be upwards of $1,000 a year or more, only a small percentage of that actually stays with his or her local bargaining unit, that unit that is supposed to be representing them with the contract negotiations with the school district. And through some of our Freedom of Information Act requests and doing some digging online, we've found that, it's not uncommon for 5, maybe 7% of a teacher's dues to stay local, and the rest of it all gets funneled up to these state and national affiliates.
5 to 7%. I'm paying that damn union $1,000, and they're just keeping only a little bit and giving all the rest of it to the national, and they're doing all that politicking, right? National, they're doing all that politicking, so I just want the union to represent me whenever I have a grievance. That's all I'm paying for. That's what I want, a representative, for and then 6%, 6. You know what's crazy about this is that it seems like it's made to sound like it's, mature, professional, and smart and intelligent, and it's just union bashing. It's just a bunch of Illinois policy was that other fucking video, just union bashing. 431 views 3 days ago, so good thing nobody's paying attention to Illinois policy. Basically, more people are paying attention to me than Illinois policy, so that's, that should give you some hope, America. But 6%, let's scroll a little bit into the middle and then go to the end and then end this crap. But you get the tenor, you get the idea. And the only issue in Illinois is whether or not you get a right to unionize. Okay? You want to put a right to work? Do that, next year. But right now, the question is, do you want... And actually, there's a right to work law in Tennessee. So Illinois versus Tennessee. Tennessee is trying to do a right to work. Illinois is trying to do a goddamn right to unionize. Kentucky's there right in the middle. And they're trying to ban abortion. So they're going back to the 1820s. Back to the 1820s. Okay, Maylee Smith and Hillary Goins, the staff attorney and director of labor policy and senior vice president.
It got nothing from the Illinois Federation of Teachers last year.
You're talking in your dormitory and you're talking in the basement. Okay, Hillary from the basement. What say ye, Hillary from the basement?
Representation. Where's the money going? Can you walk us through, for example, what that looks like for folks who are rolled into the Illinois Education Association?
Sure. So every year, the unions they have to file federal documents with the Department of Labor. And so that's what we look at. And so first of all, I want to emphasize, this is the union's own reporting. This isn't something that we've come up with. This is what they admit in their own filings. And they have to say how much they spent on representation. They have to say how much they spent on politics. They have to say how much they spent on their union leadership. And when you look at that and you pull out that representation amount from the total, it is revealing. So, for example, National Education Association and Illinois Education Association combined, only 6% of what they spent was on actually representing teachers, which is supposed to be the core.
I heard it was 5 to 7%. Get your story straight. Maylee Smith says it was 5 to 7%. Now she's saying 6%. Come on. This is getting more and more. All right. 10-minute mark. We're going to give you 25 seconds. 29 seconds. Go.
Statistic, what is the implication if members are leaving but the unions aren't adjusting their platform? Do you view Amendment 1 as sort of that last-ditch power grab then to keep the status quo in place?
It is a power grab. They know that they are losing members. And what Amendment 1 will do is allow them to bargain over anything and everything. It expands the subjects of bargaining. So they're not just going to be bargaining over wages and hours and terms and conditions of employment, those typical things that unions negotiate over. It's opened up to economic welfare, safety at work, all sorts of things that might be political, really unwork related, they can now negotiate over.
Oh my God. Unions want political power. They want to say so at the workplace and they want to say so in the goddamn state capitol. This is just, it's too much. Let's go with JacksonLewis.com. He says, guess what? Not only does the proposed amendment modify the Illinois Constitution to recognize a fundamental right to organize and to bargain collectively through representatives of their own choosing, it would also prohibit the passage of any law that interferes with or negates or diminishes the right of employees to organize and bargain collectively over their wages, hours, and other terms and conditions of employment and workplace safety, including any law or ordinance that prohibits the execution or application of agreements between employers and labor organizations that represent employees, required membership in an organization as a condition of employment. Passage of the proposed constitutional amendment would require a majority of those who vote in the November 2022 election to vote in favor of the proposed amendment, or 60%. Amendment 1, Illinois. Vote yes. Of course we should have a right to unionize. It's a natural right anyways. What are you trying to tell me? Nope. You cannot band together. Fuck all you sons of bitches. You got to be a bunch of individual assholes who kiss the boss's ass fucking individually. You guys are all hanging on by threads. And you want to goddamn collectively, Bart, get into a group and what? Bully the damn CEO? Make sure they respect you? Make sure they're not bullying you and being dicks to you? You know, you don't have any other leverage. Without a union, you have no leverage. It's at-will employment, and it's like, ooh, I don't like... You made a little sneer. I told you to go clean the fucking poop off the fucking ceiling. And I saw you sneer. Go ahead, pack your bags, get the hell out of here. You're fired. Proposed amendment is a clear attempt to make the passage of right-to-work laws, which exist in Indiana, and Wisconsin, Michigan, and Iowa, nearly impossible in Illinois. If you got any questions or need assistance about the impact of the proposed amendments or other workplace developments, please reach out to the Jackson Lewis attorney with whom you regularly work with, such as James D. Thomas, Elliot R. Sloviczek, JacksonLewis.com. So,